Hey everyone, how you doing today? It is me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. And apparently, I'm a little late to this news. Um, Ezra Brooks 90 proof has been discontinued, um, which is weird. It's been one of those bottom shelf bourbons that has been around, well, all my life. Um, it's been around since 1957. I'll give you a little bit of a history. This is going to be a little history, a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a sampling, and some speculation as well. So, Ezra Brooks, 90 proof, $15 is the MSR was the MSRP for this. 78% corn, 12% rye, 10% malted barley. No age statement, which means it is then a minimum of 4 years of aging. And when they give, let's say with that age statement, which there's no official one on there, but 4 years means that's the youngest barrel that's in a bottle. The rest of the bourbon could be aged 6 years, 12 years, whatevs. But that blend, because they blend from different barrels, is from the age is that youngest barrel. This was created, this brand, this bourbon, created in 1957 by one Mr. Frank Silverman. This has been owned, the brand has been owned by Luxco, which is AKA for the bourbon, the Lux Row Distillers, Bardstown, Kentucky, USA. Um, yeah. And what else do we have on that? Oh, yeah. So even though Luxco is the owner of the Ezra Brooks brand, um, apparently this was sourced from Heaven Hill Distillery. So what I've seen, um, and what I can put together is that Heaven Hill basically ran out of Ezra Brooks bourbon to supply to Luxco, and that's all she wrote. The end of how far is 1957? We would be going on 70 years in 2027, wouldn't we? Which, okay, so that's 2023 here, so we subtract 4 years, four from and 66 years old. I did check on the Ezra Brooks Facebook page that apparently people knew about this being discontinued 6 months ago. They were having problems finding it. And what led me to realize, because I thought I had been seeing this everywhere, didn't realize it was being discontinued. I have a bottle, which I featured in a video or two here on the channel, a bottle of Ezra Brooks from 1969, and I wanted to see if I could replicate using my mason jar and wood chips and all that to see if I could replicate that flavor profile, because it's the best, smoothest bourbon that I have, I could say, in my collection. But then I couldn't find it. I did actually today find another bottle of the 90 proof at Arnold's Carryout up in Willard, Ohio. That would be the closest liquor store to me that had a bottle. They had that last bottle. Here's what I think is going to happen. First off, let me just, what's that in there? Oh, it's probably a little piece of cork. Well, I won't drink the piece of cork, but let's see what we got. Sorry, I got the piece of cork. Um, All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Chief. Um, it is up front. It's on the sweet side. It's it's not the most rich and complex bourbon ever to grace my palate, but $15, 90 proof, and that's important because pretty most all of the bottom shelf offerings from these distilleries or these brands um, are at 80 proof, and this the 80 proof is a bit weak and feeble, but man, you get a 90 proof expression on the bottom shelf for $15. You're getting an extra 5% alcohol content, getting a little bit extra punch. Many people smells really good. It's got that ethanol-y, um, real, cuts through type of fragrance on the nose. And it's an all around really nice, good, solid bourbon. Um, Many people have noted that it's their go to bourbon, and for the price, that extra 10 proof for that price is well worth it. And here's what I think is happening, though. Put that right there. Here's what I think is happening, though. So Lux Row Distillers, Luxco, has this for $15. They are offering the 99 proof Ezra Brooks, which I will be featuring in a future video on the channel. This is 99 proof. Let me see what we got here. If there's anything else, any age statements I'm not seeing. I'll have to of course I'll be researching all this before. But at 90, so upping the proof, this right now street values, MSRP. Ohio is state controlled, so we pay MSRP on everything concerning our alcoholic beverages. It is now $22. I think it was $26, $27 for this. I think what's happening now that the 90 proof is being eliminated or has been eliminated, this is now their bottom offering. And yeah, so they bumped it down to a $22 mark. Then you have the barrel strength Old Ezra, which I believe is $70. I got that in a trade with a friend of mine out in Idaho, Jason, my buddy Jason. But here's the story. Here's what I'm speculating is that they're doing the new Coke thing here, or the Twinkie, Hostess Twinkie thing here, if you don't remember New Coke. So I'll explain what happened for those maybe too young to remember. Coca-Cola back in 1986 wanted to compete their flavor profile more with Pepsi, so they reformulated Coca-Cola. They made New Coke, tasted pretty much like Pepsi. Here's the catch. Coca-Cola fans, the diehard Coca-Cola drinkers revolted, and Coca-Cola was forced to bring back Coca-Cola Classic, the original formula. And for a while, New Coke and Coke Classic lived side by side on the soda aisle racks. But so let's do this. I'm going to just put these back up here. So here's my thought as to what's happening. Ezra Brooks. So Luxco has run out of the bourbon, whatever it is, the distillate, the bourbon that they've been getting from Heaven Hill, because I'm sure Heaven Hill's, it's all business. It's not like they love us or anything. It's all business. Probably could use that bourbon that they've been using to sell to Luxco for Ezra Brooks and make, just sell their own, bottle it and sell their own stuff, which means that it's they just don't have this bourbon anymore available to them. So I have a feeling in a couple of years, or if there's big demand for it, which I'm sure there is, they will Luxco will scale back probably the 99 proof. They'll scale back these higher end offerings, and due to popular demand, bring this back, probably reformulated. It'll taste a bit different. People, unless you have a bottle in reserve, probably won't know a whole lot. It'll probably taste close enough, but it's not going to be exact. Kind of like early times bottled in bond. Uh, Apparently, the new one made by Sazerac doesn't taste like the old one made by, I can't remember what company, what distillery it was offhand. But I think that's what's going to be happening, is that this will come back. It'll be reformulated, more, the classic bottle and labeling again. But for now, if you do happen to see a bottle of Evan Williams 90, or not Evan, Ezra Brooks 90 proof bourbon, $15, snag it and squirrel it away, because I can certainly tell you this will never ever be available again, as we see it. So there you go. Rest in peace, old Ezra Brooks. We're just going to let you lay in peace. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this little pour. And I think that's all I got to blab about today. So there you go. Until next time, it's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. I hope your next pour is your best pour. We'll catch you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Hey everyone, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe so you can be notified of future videos as they drop. Thanks for watching.